So yes, Rick, what did you think of Stranger Things season 3?
I thought it was awesome. Straight up.
So did I. So we'll get that out of the way.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Amazing episode. Yes, Wolf. It does so well with the set, and the feel and the vibe of getting all that 80s in there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, of course, everyone loves the mall there. You know, the way they set that mall up to be the main attraction, the main place for these characters was great. How the mall affected the town and the mom and pop shops going out of business because of having that big mall there.
Yeah. They really do a good job of just bringing you back to that, or putting you in that era, you know,
yeah.
when malls were king.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Amazon wasn't, you know.
Right, when you actually had to go to places to pick up an air conditioner or something.
But there was a cool aspect of the mall at a time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because there were arcades at the mall.
Well, and then
go to arcades,
right.
Go to the mall to go play at the arcades, or.
As a little kid, I think I used to hate going to the mall because my mom was going. I'm like, my mom's gonna go shopping. I'm like, ugh. But then there was part of it that I did like. So I'm like, oh well, maybe I'll get to stop by the video game store and look at the video games, or maybe I'll get to go to the movies and eat in the food court and stuff, or whatever. You know. Yeah. So they did a good job, I think, of really capturing that vibe. You know, from everything, the looks of the stores, the logos of the
way they
dress,
stuff, the way they dressed everyone in this movie.
Yeah, TV show. Call it a movie.
Oh yeah, TV show. Sorry, it feels like a movie. That's how good this show is. It feels like one very long movie, and I love it. And like getting into the story part of it. What's his name? Will. You know, still having that feeling in the back of his neck.
Yeah.
Knowing something's happening. Or something is going to happen. And, like, having... Oh, God, who plays the mom? I forget the mom's name. Winona Ryder. Like, her freaking out about the magnets, you know. Like, everyone in this movie has something to do. Everyone in this TV show has something to do. The way they split everyone up into teams was perfect. The TV show just flowed very well each episode. I'm going to say movie a lot. I'm sorry.
But, well, you don't have to specifically say TV show. You just say this season. It's a season of the show.
Sorry. Everything just flowed so well in this, and I enjoyed it so much. Learning more about the Upside Down, and like knowing that other people know about it. You know, and in this case, it's the Russians.
Yeah.
You know, apparently there's. They know about it because I guess there's something like that over there, right? If what I got from,
or it's just all connected. Like I
somehow
don't know.
It's all connected. Yeah.
I just assume it's the same place, but they just I don't know. I didn't catch that.
Or was it all in the same place? I think that's what it might have been. Yeah. Yeah. It's
not that it's all in the same place. I'm just assuming the Upside Down is the Upside Down, no matter where you are.
Oh, no matter where you are. Gotcha.
That's how I take it, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm sure Ash,
I mean, there's still
or anybody else that is like super crazy about the show, which we are, will be able to tell us, you know, what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah, I liked that whole part of knowing that another country knows about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't know what about you? Like,
I mean, I just like it's so exciting. It was so cool to have the show back again. Just because we, you know, it came out in what was it? 2016. Where is that?
2016.
2016. And then the next season came out in 17. Then it didn't come out in 18.
Yeah, they held back.
And then we waited until summer of 19, which just came out, and it was so nice to have it back. It just felt like having like I don't know, like I don't know, when you put on like an old pair of shoes or something that just fit, or I don't remember. I don't know what the
meeting up with friends again.
Yeah, what the phrase is, but it's just awesome, and it's cool to know that you've got 8 hours of this or so. You know, some episodes sometimes end up being a little bit longer. I think they all ended up being... No, the finale was an hour and a half.
A little bit longer.
So you know you have at least 8 hours of this, which goes faster than you think, especially when you have it all available to you. And so on one hand, you want to watch it and not stop, and on the other hand, you kind of want to
savor it.
Exactly. I wasn't going to be able to think of that word, and you picked me up. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. You want to savor it, and because when it's over, and then you know you're going to have to wait for another year or more, depending on how long they take.
Watch it again.
Or you can do that.
Which honestly, I thought about watching it again before last night.
Oh, really?
Or last night before, today. Just so I can be more fresh with everything in my
At
brain.
some point, I'd love to actually watch the whole... Maybe before the fourth season happens, I'll do that. Watch it all again. But yeah, man, just everything about it. Like, everything about this cast just works. The kids and everything, like, their relationships. Like, I mean, the girl that came in last year, Max, her real name is Sadie Sink. She's completely just, like, fits in with the cast, for somebody that was just added last season. And, it like, you wouldn't have even known that she was a new addition. And getting to see that whole... we're obviously talking spoilers. People who like the show have seen
spoiler
this show
alerts
already.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the whole musical montage of her and 11 at the mall.
At the mall.
After they broke up, after she broke up with Finn Wolfhard's character. Not Will.
No, Will.
What the fuck is his name? Go up. Mike. After she broke up with Mike. It was just so good. And you really do, like, just get, like... I feel like I could have watched this when I was a little kid, and I would have thought it was of that time. You know what I mean? Like, they do such a good job of... I could feel like that this is like, oh, this is something that I missed when I was a little kid. How did I not see this? But it's really something that came out now. You know what I mean? But it's just such a good show. It's a feel-good show. The story is well done. It's an exciting show. It has a little bit of everything. It's got mystery. It's got the 80s feel to it.
Has a great music soundtrack.
Yeah, like just everything about the show is fantastic, and it just keeps getting better. And to see how much the kids have grown up too, and how that really hasn't fucked anything up either. Like, everything is still the same. Like, it's progressing the way that it should be. And I don't know. I really like it. I don't have enough good things to say about this show, or I don't wait. I don't have enough good things. You have enough good things. I have... Anyways, I can't say enough good things. Well, that's what it was. Okay. That's what it was.
I'd like, just to kick it back to our old episodes, I like the homages they did in this movie.
Okay.
With Terminator and Aliens and so many other... The Thing... Like, so many other, like, old past... Not just horror movies, but, like, regular movies from the 80s, like Back to the Future played a part in this, because that movie came out in 1985,
right.
And there's scenes, spoiler alert again, where they're trying to, Dustin has the batteries are dying on him, and it's just like with Marty McFly where he's trying to start the DeLorean and he's trying to start the walkie-talkie up so he can talk to their home base, that was cool. That that similarity to that, was nice, and the fact that they actually got the music from Back to the Future to use in this too was also awesome. The way they used it, Nancy with the what do they call the thing that was attacking? I forgot. The blob stuff. They called it something. The Flashies or something?
Something like that. I don't remember.
Well, anyways, where like it starts attacking Nancy, and then you get that scene comparison to Aliens.
Oh yeah. Couple times actually in that. Movie. You.
Movie.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Hi, Mike. I don't know why you're yelling my name, but hello. Mike is in the chat. Our other host. Mind Flayer,
that what it was, yeah, and like the Body Snatchers, Invasion of the Body Snatchers homages.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff. So much. There was a lot of stuff embedded in one, man.
Yeah, they did such a good job. This, like, people have been saying this is their best season. This is their best season. I honestly liked the last season a lot, and the first season a lot. But
I please the people.
But yeah, this season it just gets better.
It's just it's so good, man.
You can't it just tops each season.
Yeah,
I know there's only 3, but still, like this last season is my favorite. I feel like this one I can definitely go back to over and over again.
I'd go back to all of them over and over again.
Yeah,
I think it really would be fun to watch all of them. But I thought it was cool because they really last season they put Steve Harrington and Dustin together, and we got that again this season, which is crazy. Dustin and Steve Harrington. Well, but Dustin especially was kind of away from the main group pretty much the whole time. And that's kind of I don't want to call it a risk, but I mean, that's a sort of a ballsy move to make. You know what I mean? Like, to not have... Because, you think about Mike...
No, they were together.
And
Dustin
Lucas.
and Steve?
No, I'm talking about Dustin was away from the main group. Away from Mike.
Oh, right. Oh,
and his buddies. Like, I mean, because that's the core group, essentially. Lucas and Mike.
I gotcha.
And Dustin and Will. It's cool, and so they did that. They played on their relationship even more on Steve and Dustin, and then they threw in who Steve Harrington worked with at the ice cream shop.
Maya Hawke's character, Robin.
Yeah, which I didn't know until like a few days ago that's Ethan Hawke's daughter.
Yeah,
I had no clue. And then honestly, okay, so going into spoiler territory, and like I honestly didn't even pick up until she said it. I was not expecting her to say that she was gay in the show.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
Yeah, like when they're talking and like Steve basically like was realizing that he kind of like was falling in love with her and stuff, and like I was like, what is her hang up? Like, isn't this what she wanted to hear? And then I thought that was really good because for me that kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was definitely amazing in this. Wolf. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I liked the relationship that built between 11 and Max.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
Because like in the last season, they were kind of like not necessarily like because she was a new kid coming into town and kind of being pushed into the group, and
she was the sister of. What's his name? Her brother played a big part in the show. Is this him? This isn't him.
Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they got introduced last season, and then she, gets accepted into the group, and then the relationship between her and Lucas started and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, them, like you said, hanging out at the mall, having their sleepovers and chatting and, spying on the boys with her powers.
Good stuff.
Pretty good.
They farted or something, right? Or burped or something like that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, so like the progression of the season was done so well.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved it with each character and getting Lucas's sister involved with Dustin.
Oh yeah, she was more involved too. She was part of that group too.
She was part of Dustin and Steve, and she was the only one who could climb in through the vents,
right?
Die Hard style.
What is Maya Hawke's character's name?
Robin.
And with Robin, like that was that whole group. Like they have so many people. Plus, then on top of that, you had Winona Ryder and David Harbour, and then eventually the Russian, and then the other guy just. Oh man, it was so good. And then did you get why? Because I was joking with you about you're like, oh, Slurpee sounds good. I'm like, well, keep watching Stranger Things, and it's probably gonna make you want a Slurpee even more because the Russian is
the Russian one,
all
that stuff. Slurpee, yeah.
The show is just so good, but just everything. I don't have a bad thing to say about it other than I whenever it's over, I wish there was more, and that's how I feel about it every time.
Yeah.
Wolf, you said something up above. I haven't heard that. Wolf said that the creators have said they want it. Said if there's a season 4, which it's not an if. There's going to be a season 4, but they want to end at 4. I feel like after season 2, I heard that they have stories through at least 5. That's what I've heard. I actually tried to look it up to see.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
So I feel like I've at least heard that. So I don't know, but I don't think it'll end at 4. But I could be wrong. Maybe you've seen something more recent than I have. But I tried looking it up and I couldn't find that. But I feel like I know though that like there's obviously going to be a 4, and I feel like I have heard them say like they aren't just doing this just to do. I have heard they do have an ending in mind. I feel like I have heard that.
I've heard that.
They have this mapped out, so they aren't just like writing the show to write the show. You know, like, oh, it's popular, let's do more.
It's great that they thought ahead.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And it's great that they have an ending, because if they have an ending, let them do that ending and let it end there.
And I've heard that since season 1. Let that, like, you know, because season 1 was like this breakout thing. And
thanks, Wolf.
Yeah, season 1 was like this breakout thing. And they said, look, yeah, like we had, like, they basically said that we have a whole thing of how the Upside Down works, like this blueprint. So it's like they weren't, just good stuff, man. The show's just good all around. If you're someone that is living under a rock and haven't watched this show yet, you should. We've been on this show from the moment that the first trailer ever came out. And we've stuck with it ever since, you know, before it got super popular, and now it's super popular and it's still just as good. I know a lot of people like to not like something because it gets really popular, but show's fucking phenomenal. Any other standout things that you want to talk about? Like, it's not fresh in my head either. I'm remembering it, but things are coming back the more we're talking about it. Dude, the finale, the last episode was sad. Like they do such a good job of branching in the comedy to the action to the scary to the emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That last episode was amazing.
Yeah, it was so good.
I like how that, like, I kind of figured that this was going to happen. Was it, like, remember in the first episode where he unpacks his Cerebro, Dustin, to make communications with Susie? Yeah. And then, like, it doesn't work until the end of the show, not the movie, where he's trying to get in contact with her to find out the combination for that lock, because it had to deal with, like, a connection with, like, a book or something.
I think it was it's like a, why am I blanking on words? It was like a formula of something
like that. Yeah. And that whole part where, like, he finally gets in contact with Susie, and, you know, like, the only way I'm going to help you is if you do that thing that you do, right? And it's him, Dustin, and Susie singing the never-ending story.
And they break out into the whole, and it cuts to this whole thing where it just keeps going. You're just not expecting it. But
I didn't think it was going to go on for that long. Yeah. And then, like, you just see people listening on their walkies, like, okay, like, we're in trouble, we need your help.
Yeah. It was just good stuff.
Yeah, it was so
and freaking Dustin can sing. Yeah, but they showed that clip and he wasn't hardly doing anything. I think his sister was doing more, but it's just, Wolf wondered if it was uncomfortable, if we thought it was uncomfortable having the little girl cuss as much as she was. I don't know if I felt uncomfortable, but more than I just think it's funny.
It's funny, yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess that kind of, like, falls into the Hit Girl type of... Well, I mean, Hit Girl, I think, did a lot more worse cussing and Kick-Ass. But it didn't bother me. I just thought I thought it was funny.
And Mike, that wasn't directed at you. I don't know what I said exactly. I don't think I was saying you're living under a rock if you haven't watched this yet. I think I just meant, you know, you should. All I was trying to imply is you've obviously heard about this show by now, and it's definitely worth checking out. So I know you don't live under a rock and that you haven't watched an episode. So you'll get to it, and I think when you do, you'll really, really enjoy it.
Were there any standout moments that you really liked?
I think we've covered a lot of them.
I mean,
I like seeing the mall for the first time. I like the shopping montage with Sadie.
What about that part
with 11? Don't cut me out.
Okay.
With what's her face?
Max
and 11.
Yeah. The way, like, I dump your ass.
Just all of it. It was just so fucking good.
Funny.
It was so good. But don't forget your thought. But I mean, man, like, didn't you think the finale was, like, super emotional?
Oh, it definitely was.
Like, they really, I'm like, fuck. Like, they're really, like, they just do, again, they run the gamut of emotions big time.
It was a Empire Strikes Back ending. Yeah.
I like how I'm nodding as if I know.
Like, when you watched it.
I know, but I don't remember. Yeah, Wolf. Yeah, Wolf brought up, I love when Will had his breakdown. I thought there was so much emotion. I'm like, you felt bad because like he wanted to just hang out with his friends and do what they've always done, and then you feel bad when he goes back to Castle Byers. Byers is the last name, right? And he just freaks out, starts destroying it, and it's just good stuff.
Like you always have that one friend who wants to let's continue doing this, let's continue doing that, but you get older, you move on, people life happens.
Yeah. But what were you gonna say? You asked me what did I think of something, and you're probably not gonna remember it.
God damn it! What did you think of? I don't remember.
Post-credit scene?
Is there a post-credit scene?
You saw the post-credit scene.
I don't remember it.
Come on.
What was the post-credits?
You don't remember them cutting?
Cutting what?
Ash was here. She would have told you to keep watching.
Yeah, we watched it until the very end.
So there's a post-credit scene.
I don't remember.
I think it's in Russia.
Okay, that sounds... Oh, yes. Okay, I remember now. Yeah. Yeah, and they have an American in...
Which everyone's assuming that probably... Like, people think that probably means that Hopper's actually alive.
So, yeah, we gotta talk about the ending.
Right.
Because she switched the keys. She turned the keys, I should say. And Hopper was still down there. Yeah. And, big explosion. Oh, no. Everyone thinks he's dead.
It's like a Veronica Mars thing.
It's like a Veronica Mars thing. So, yeah, it's... the question of the day, is he alive or is he dead? Sorry, Wolf. Bad memory. Speculation is that he jumped into the upside down.
I said it, I kind of said it even while it was happening. I was like, no. And then there's another thing where you don't see him. And then, I watched a lot of stuff after it happened where they really broke it down. I'll take one, please. Same one. Where they really break it down and they actually show scene by scene, like, they cut to him and you see him, and they cut back and during the explosion you don't see him.
Right.
So... I think it's a pretty good shot that he's alive, and I honestly have no problem with it if he is. I know some people are like, but you had us go through that big emotional thing in the last episode only for them to take it back. But I think it's done in such
I think it makes sense. I think that is him over there.
Yeah,
and it is all connected.
Or they just want us to think that, or they just want us to think that it's him, and maybe that is what happened.
I mean,
I'd be bummed.
I'd be bummed if that.
But that's kind of the point, though. Like, we already are bummed. That's why that episode was so was such a bummer, and the actors did such a good job of conveying their emotion, and it's a big deal. Like, it really makes you wonder what's going to happen because they moved away. Like, they left.
Yeah, they left Hawkins,
and it's just, I just can't wait to see what happens next.